Hi, I'm Dr. Jesse John, Assistant Professor, Department of Anatomy, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. Today we will discuss fibrous skeleton of the heart. The cardiac skeleton cardiac frame is composed of a dense connective tissue network that forms a fibrous skeleton, and it is consists of four rings that are left fibrous ring that encircles the bicuspid wall, and right fibrous ring that surrounds the tricuspid wall, and pulmonary ring that correspond to the pulmonary wall, and the aortic ring to the aortic wall. There are two trigones. These are the right and left fibrous trigone, and membranous part of the arterial and interventricular septa, and a tendinous band known as the ligament make up the posterior border of the conus arteriosus. So these are the fibrous ring that surround the walls, and you can see very clearly here. Conus arteriosus is the conical prolongation of the right ventricle from which the pulmonary arteries emerges. Fibrous skeleton of the heart, two atria, two ventricles are attached to a pair of conjoined fibrous rings in the form of figure of the 8 which bound anteroventricular orifices. Two coronates surrounds root of the aorta and pulmonary trunk. Pulmonary trunk lies at a higher level than aortic wall, and aortic annulus is central. You can see here the fibrous ring that surround the wall, and there is a trigone. You can see what is the rings and what is the trigone. Muscle fibers are anchored to the fibrous skeleton of the heart. It reinforces of the myocardial wall internally and anchors the cardiac muscles. It lies in the plane between the atria and the ventricles. This plane corresponds to atrioventricular groove and the orifices of the heart. Thickness of the collagen and elastin fibers of the annulus fibers varies from area to area. You can see in this picture there is trigone, there is root of the aorta, root of the pulmonary trunk, and you can see mitral and tricuspid wall, and there is a ring the surrounding it. Fibrous skeleton of the heart. The firmest area on compressions are formed by the walls and the fibrous connective tissue that unites them. When compressing different parts of the heart, some areas clearly more firm and resistant than others. These are located towards the upper heart, which is the base. Tricuspid wall and mitral walls are directly attached to the ring, whereas semilunar walls are directly attached to the walls of the vessels, not to the ring. Aortic annulus is central. Annulus fibrosus. The four rings of the cardiac skeleton surrounds the two ventricular orifices, the aortic orifice and opening of the pulmonary trunk. These make the annulus fibrosus. Part of the cardiac skeleton that serves as an attachment for the tricuspid and bicuspid wall, and the central fibrous body, the fibrous area where the leaflets of the aortic, mitral, and tricuspid wall meet in the heart. Right fibrous trigone, that is called annulus fibrosus dexter cordis. Right fibrous trigone, which is a thickened triangular area of connective tissue between the aortic ring and right atrioventricular ring. It has multiple circumvalvular extension. The right fibrous trigone is continuous with the central fibrous body. This is the strongest part of the fibrous cardiac skeleton. Left fibrous trigone. The left fibrous trigone, which is a smaller thickened area of the connective tissue between the aortic ring and the left atrioventricular ring. It is intervalvular trigone. Membranous interventricular septum, inferior extension of the central fibrous body that is anchored to the interventricular septum. Now we will see tendon of Todero. Tendon of Todero is collagenous band within the subendocardium that constitutes part of the fibrous skeleton of the heart. It originates from the central fibrous body and it is palpable in the right atrium running from the interatrial septum inferiorly. Triangle of the Koch. Triangle area of the right atrium is bounded by the base opening of the coronary sinus and superior by the tendon of Todero, inferior by the attachment of the septal leaflet of the tricuspid. And this is the importance in cardiovascular disease, used as an anatomical landmark for location of the atrioventricular node during electrophysiology procedures such as pacing or ablation. So this is the triangle of Koch you can see, and there is a coronary sinus, tricuspid valve. The cardiac skeleton helps maintain the integrity of the openings it surrounds and provides points of attachment for the cusps. It also separates the atrial musculature from the ventricular musculature. The atrial myocardium originates from the upper border of the ring, whereas the ventricular myocardium originates from the lower border of the ring. Cardiac skeleton also serves as a dense connective tissue partition that electrically isolates the atria from the ventricles. The atrioventricular bundle, which passes through the annulus, is the single connection between these two groups of the myocardium. The cardiac skeleton has four major functions. Firstly, it anchors the heart valve cusps to the interior walls of the heart and it keeps the atrioventricular walls and the semilunar walls of the heart open without allowing them to the distend. It provides a point of insertion for the bundle of the heart muscles and effectively separates the atria from the ventricles. It acts as an electrical insulator by preventing the radiating electrical impulses from passing through the atrial muscle to the ventricle. So you can see here. Now this is the assessment questions. These are first, what is the triangle of the coach, and second question is the what if fibrous skeleton of the what is the fibrous skeleton of the heart. So you have to explain all about these questions. Thank you so much.